Our project name is STEAME Academy, STEAME Teacher Facilitators Academy. STEAME standing for the well-known science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, and entrepreneurship as the last E, which we have introduced and we consider important. It's a project mainly based on promoting project-based learning through an interdisciplinary approach of these subjects and not limited to them. I'm coordinating the project under the University of the National Education Commission in Krakow, Poland. And we have 14 partners, as you can see, there are logos there. But let me continue the structure of my presentation. I'll introduce the STEAME Academy project, the project-based learning education plan and resources we have been developing, the STEAME learning and competence development program, learning spaces and evolution of learning, STEAME teacher certification as a micro-credential, and results from the first piloting that we had, and the European Federation of STEAME Teacher Facilitators Academies, which is a deliverable of this project, and some related events that are coming up. The project started in June 23, so we are in the beginning of the second year in a sense. But the project is based on 16 previous projects, completed previous projects results that the 14 partners were mainly coordinators. So we collected all these developments from these 16 projects and we put them in a convergence approach to help the teachers become STEAME teachers in a sense. We all know that there is no more or less clear undergraduate program for universities producing STEAME teachers on the basis of knowing how to apply interdisciplinary approaches in project-based learning. The philosophy of project-based learning and as an approach and as a methodology exists for more than 100 years, but it hasn't been implemented widely in education systems for many reasons, because the universities are not adjusted to this approach in the sense that the universities are producing single science professionals, right? They produce a mathematician, a physicist, a chemist, but not an interdisciplinary multi-science professional. Of course, at the graduate level, at the master level, we see some master programs appearing now in STEM education, but they are not really concentrated on project-based learning. So this project concentrates on project-based learning to facilitate the development of competences and skills in teachers, because this approach requires a cooperation of teachers. And we all know most classrooms in this world has one teacher. So this is another problem, but let's go ahead. So more or less, this is the STEAME Academy project. So we will be developing what the STEAME teacher needs and develop also a certification program and a training program and modules and et cetera, workshops along the way. But the main sustainability and exploitation tool that we are developing, besides the platform that would be supporting on the system, but there's a platform under the so-called European Federation of STEAME Teacher Facilitators Academies, which would be supporting the development of regional academies. And these regional academies are their own language. We will be developing training and certification regionally, locally for their teachers in their local language as well. But all this system will be supported by the platform, and the federation will be providing the certification. So here I have a pitch video of 90 seconds. I like to share with you. It's on the website of the project, but it will tell you, I think, more or less. Sorry, let me go back. Let me click here. Okay. I hope the sound works.
In a world where traditional education methods often fall short, the STEAME Teacher Facilitators Academy offers hope. Embracing project-based learning to revolutionize education for grades 6 to 12, bridging theory and practice. STEAME Teachers empower students with essential competences and skills for success in the modern world. Innovations like the STEAME Teacher Facilitators Competence Framework and International Sharing Observatory pave the way for a new era of teacher education and professional development.
Central to our mission is the certification program housed within the observatory. Teachers complete modules, validating their expertise in fostering cooperative and creative learning. Our goal is to cultivate a European federation of STEAME Teacher Facilitators Academies with highly qualified educators shaping education's future. Through localized workshops and our flagship European conference, stakeholders from diverse backgrounds converge to exchange ideas, share best practices, and collectively shape the future of education.
Join us in revolutionizing education and empowering the next generation of creators and innovators.
Okay, let me go back to the slides. So more or less, what we are saying is that we are creating this observatory to support the whole system. We already developed and published the competence framework through a process of focus groups with experts, etc. And we published this end of March during the first year of the project. We have developed already some learning modules, and I will tell you about it in a moment in the following slides. And we managed to register the federation already as a legal entity. And we will have the first kick-off General Assembly of this federation in January. And hopefully by the end of January, we also publish its platform. So we have the website of the project and the platform that will facilitate all this networking and support to certification in regional academies. And of course, besides all the system, because we are supporting service teachers and student teachers, service teachers already in schools, and learning teachers, teachers who study at the university and they will become teachers. So we have also put in place a mentoring system. So a future teacher from the university can work together with this service teacher in schools, and together can follow the path for certification. So we do not support any single teacher becoming certified, because you cannot do a project-based learning activity with at least 2 sciences alone. So since the universities are producing single science professionals, we need the cooperation of teachers of at least 2 of different disciplines in order to design the project scenario, design the learning and creativity plans. We stop calling lesson plans because we believe in student-centered approach. So if it's a student-centered approach, we don't do lessons, we support learning. So it's a learning and creativity plan. So we introduce a new nomenclature, as we may say. We don't talk about teaching hours, we talk about learning hours, etc., in order to really adapt our language into the change. So, and at the end, of course, we will have policy recommendations shared throughout Europe and to all ministers. And I already mentioned the mentoring program that it will be supporting the certification along the way. And the competence framework has developed through the process until the March 24, 12 main competences that the future STEAME teacher facilitator should have. Of course, these competences may change every year because technology is changing. But just to read a few, design, implement context-bound STEAME projects, consider formal education standards in STEAME projects, monitoring STEAME projects and reporting, etc. So these are the 12 competences, and this is the publication is already in the website of the project. You can find it. Based on this result, we have developed the modules that are needed. This is about the European Federation of STEAM Teacher Facilitators, which more or less I said what it's going to do. Besides the certification, will organize local events, etc. But the issue is that locally, teachers will be developing these learning and creativity plans. They will be able to find in this platform 109 such learning and creativity plans in 9 different languages. The webinars that we're developing are hosted in a YouTube with facilitation of translation in plenty of languages through AI, of course. And all this, together with what the regional academies will be developing, even if they develop it in their own language, will be shared throughout this platform. So if I want to find something in French, for example, I will go to the French Academy to look for materials. If I want to find something in Spanish, I go to the Spanish Regional Academy. So let me go ahead. So the whole philosophy about, if we look at it from the education 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, we are leaving the lesson plans. We went into learning plans some years ago, but now we're going into learning and creativity plans. This is what the teachers should focus, we believe, if we want to produce students with competences and skills that industry needs. We all know what industry is looking for. It's not looking for knowledge only, which are our degrees, but it's looking for competences and skills, and also is looking for communication skills. So the evolution of pedagogy and andragogy, as we say, in this diagram, you can see that most of our education system, even today, is based on pedagogy and andragogy. Andragogy is other education. We went into cyberpedagogy, of course, for many years, the last 20 years, through the internet expansion, etc. We all know AI is in the play now. But the reality is that what will really develop project-based learning, and through project-based learning to support competences and skills development, is the pedagogy. Pedagogy means cooperation, collaboration, among the teachers, but also among the students. And aptagogy is the word for self-learning. So there should be a lot of self-learning from now on, especially for knowledge-based learning. And of course, AI will support this as well. But AI cannot support the development of skills in the people, in the sense that when hands-on is needed, let's say to develop a certain skill, you need to do it as a hands-on and not through AI. Some imagination of a future learning space, which is developed by previous project and we're building on it. This is something that a future school may look like. This is self-sustaining energy, and of course, and has many features. So I'll show you a few more pictures from inside. And here is even a gym that is open to the students during the day, and encloses here and opens to the public, to the community in the night, and the community supports through membership, for example. Self-sustained with photovoltaics, hexagons from the nature, and all these, of course, can have the VR rooms in the basement, for example. These are the learning stations. What I mentioned earlier, that when students are working a project and they are missing knowledge, or they have to retrieve more knowledge because they don't remember it, they go to the learning stations and watch micro-learning videos. So we're developing micro-learning videos as well in this project, where they can go together in a learning room, as we call it, and work with watch videos to retrieve knowledge, on discover new knowledge that they need for their project. And of course, teachers can be there as well. Some more pictures, even if we imagine a train moving in the school in slow speed, so students can be working while they are on this train. Some specs for the basement, flash for etc. Let me skip this for now, but we even consider that the school can change color every day. So there is technology to change the school color every day. And who decides about the color of the school the next day? Not the teachers, not the principal, but the students themselves with an app. They can choose the color that they want to see their school the day after, or and every day they can change it. So going into more developments that we do. How am I doing with the time? I think I'm okay. Are teachers ready to facilitate the project-based learning? In reality, no. So that's why we're developing modules, webinars, and workshops to help them. That's why we're developing this STEAM Observatory that will contain 109 ready-made to be used learning and creativity plans. These are plans with project scenario or developed by teachers of at least 2 different disciplines. So it can be 3 or more, if you like. And also together with this 100 and more micro-learning videos. Let me explain what I mean. Let's say you're doing a project and you need to apply Pythagoras theorem. And either students do not know Pythagoras theorem, or they don't remember Pythagoras theorem. So what do? You teach them again. You don't have time to do this. So you direct them to micro-learning videos to retrieve the knowledge or discover the knowledge, and they come back and to use in their project. The certification program, and I will tell you about the piloting we did. And this from February 24 to July, we ran about 30-hour certification pilot program where we certified the first 32 teachers. And this will be the basis to develop the European certification. These are the 14 modules relating to the 12 competences we discovered through the process in this project. And these 14 modules support, let's say, the competences that the teachers need. And here I have another, I have this piloting, it's another video. How much time do I have? Another
2 more minutes.
How many?
2 more minutes.
No, because I'm counting, I only spent 15 minutes from my counting because I started at
9:25.
Yeah, so I think I have 5 minutes, but let me go through this video and skip some, make it fast, just to see some pictures. Okay, this is what was happening with this. We started with 50 teachers, but only 32 managed to complete it. Going fast forward, so they had to apply what they developed with students in order to be certified. So we managed to do this outside the school system during the summer school in July with the patronage of the Minister of Education. And so they were able to be certified through this process. Let me close this since I'm running out of time, but the video will be available in my presentation. This is the certificate they received. This is the ceremony we had on the 2nd of October, very fresh, where the Minister of Education was there and granted this first 32 micro-credential type certificates signed by the Cyprus Pedagogical Institute, which is a partner and is part of the ministry. Some reactions from the students, you can see it's only positive because through these 12, there were 12 projects that were implemented in this school, and 356 students were involved. So the reactions of the students are only positive on certain questions. These are a sample of questions we gave them as a survey. Let me go fast, allow me to go fast then. Teacher reflections are only agree or strongly agree, positive in other words, on some questions, how they feel that their skills are developed, their cooperation with other teachers. They had to cooperate with at least one more teacher. So the groups were 2 or 3 teachers. So this is only positive, and it's good. The teachers were very happy. We already have applications for next year, let's say piloting. But regardless, some coming events, we ran European workshops. This is the second one. We had one in Porto last April. The second one will be January in Bucharest. I have to say that we have more applications already than we have places, but we will be running one more in Athens in the fall of 25. And we also have the some webinars, which are free, of course, webinars on the website. We have 2 or 3 every month. You can go to the website and you can see this. And of course, we run a symposium in Thessaloniki in March, where most of these modules will be delivered as workshops during these 3 days, in parallel to the Euromath and Euroscience, which is one of the international conferences for school students. So this will be done with teachers and students at the same place. And our big conference is coming up in 26 in Cyprus, in Paphos, at the same time. So keep it in your calendar. Here you can join us to the mailing list, and of course you can register your school as an exploitation associate partner or a university to the project. And I think that you asked us to say a few things we're developing or thinking to develop that are not part of the proposal along the way. We started organizing STEAME festivals. We would be publishing a STEAME project-based learning journal so teachers can publish their creations. We already started, and I saw 3 days ago the first sampled result from an AI program to give project scenario activities to the hands of teachers. So this maybe would develop a new project for this, but I have seen it functioning, and it's very interesting and very useful for the teachers in order to give them ready-made scenarios for projects in an interdisciplinary approach as well, not only one subject, but many subjects. And of course, we're thinking a European Olympiad for project-based learning in STEM education for school students. And we already announced the STEAM competition for teachers for designing learning and creativity plans. Of course, you can tell me the AI would do it for them, but at the moment, we ask the teachers to be creative. This is it. Thank you.